Hey everybody, hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna do a little short video. It's almost October, the 1st of October. We have Cruis'n the Coast and down between Bay St. Louis and Pascagoula, Mississippi. We're going. This will be our 15th year in a row to go to Cruis'n the Coast. It's one of the things we look forward to every year. We stay down there with my best friend Steve and his wife Ellen. We're going to probably go down the first Friday of the first weekend and stay till Friday or Saturday of the second weekend of cruising. So what I was going to do is I got to prep my ride, my little ride right here, and I'll go over the car because I don't know if I've gone over this car since I started the channel. And what it is, what I've done to it. But I got to change the oil. I got to hook up 2 speakers. I got to do a couple of things to it. So let's go over the car real quick. And what I got, I know you've seen it in the background in a lot of my videos. It's a 70 convertible Mustang. I've had this car for about 3 or going on 4 years now, I guess. I'll post a picture in the video on what it looked like when I got it to what it looks like now. When I cleaned or took the red, it had some kind of peel off paint on it. When I took the red peel off paint on it, off of it, it had some issues. It had some rust in the quarters. It had some rust in the doors. So I ended up replacing both door skins and both quarter skins. It had a panel on the back. It had that honeycomb panel between the tail lights, and it was off-centered. It was, my OCD was kicking in, and I couldn't stand the way it looked. So I took it off. Plus, it was cracked in the middle. So I took it off. I welded up all the holes and just painted the whole back panel black. The other thing I did was I got rid of the marker lights. So it doesn't have any marker lights on the side for the front and the back. I kind of cleaned that up. That's the look that I like. Once I got everything done body-wise on the car, I picked out a color that I thought was pretty cool. The color's called Anti-Established Mint. Was perfect for me. It's a 1970 Ford color. I liked it. My wife fell in love with it. I did all the body work, I did all the paint, so what screwed up on it is my fault. I don't claim to be a body man or a painter at all. I don't claim to be very good at anything really, but I did everything on the car. So did two-tone, did a base clear. I'm not a big base clear guy. I actually enjoy painting single stage better, so I guess that's just the way I was raised. So I got some, I don't remember what these seats are out of, but I changed the seats. It had the original Mustang seats in it. They were kind of wore out. They were very uncomfortable, so I put these in it. Eventually one day I want to get some TMI seats and put in it. Also, there's not enough room for anybody to really sit back here. So I did a rear seat delete, and I made all of this basically out of plywood, and it gave me somewhere to mount my speakers. The bottom speakers are hooked up. The top speakers are not. That's one of the things I got to do today in just preparation. It's a few little things that I need to do. The car's in really good shape. Got a set of Coy's wheels on it. Let's see if I can get the hood open with one hand. And excuse the engine bay. It's awful filthy, but it's got a small block 302 Ford in it. It's basically stock. It's got a real mild little cam in it. Aluminum radiator. Got a set of electric fans on it. So I got to clean the engine compartment up because it got really bad dirty whenever I was painting the car. I had it all apart and the sand and dust and everything. But I love the little car. It was kind of one of my dream cars when I was growing up. My wife likes it. That's the main thing, is the wife likes it. So I'm going to do oil change. I think my power top, the motor's low on fluid, so I got to put some fluid in that. Hook up the speakers, And there's one little bracket right down here into the bottom. You can see it probably right there. It's got some red paint on it, and I can't see it when you're just standing around it, but there's a picture of it where I could see the red, and the little bit of OCD I got kicked in, so I got to paint that, get that black so that's not showing red anymore. But that's where we're at. That's my little ride. We're gonna prep up for Cruis'n the Coast. If you see us down at Cruis'n the Coast, hey, say hi. You watch the videos or support my channel, holler at me. I'd love to talk to you. So with that said, we're gonna jump on getting the oil changed and see how it goes. Get my oil filter wrench. See if I can get to it right here. Good thing I had a pan under there, because I just dropped the filter into the pan. I knew it was going to do that. It's just the way it goes for me. Alright. Let's see how it's draining. Looks like it's all drained out. Put the plug back in. Nice and snug. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but you know the new fuels and stuff that we run that don't have any lead in it are not really good on the older engines. And so when you're running an older engine, you need to run an oil that has some zinc in it to help the rotating assembly in the motor so it doesn't wear it out. I know some guys that put an older motor together and didn't run a break-in oil or an oil with zinc in it, and it washed the cam out. It flattened the lobes on the cam and stuff in a very short period of time. So if you remember, just try and run a little bit with some zinc on it. Also, I like to put a little bit of oil down inside the filter so that it's not completely running dry when you crank it. And then also, if you'll take a little bit of that oil and wipe it on the rubber seal that's on here, it'll help it go on better and it'll help it seal up. So that's what I always do. I need to look real quick before I do anything else and make sure that the old gasket come off, because I didn't look in the pan. Make sure the old gasket came off of the motor. Let me get my light. And I clean the surface also where the oil filter goes. Make sure that rubber's gone, because if you put the new oil filter on and this rubber seal, hang on, and this rubber seal that's on here, if it sticks to the engine block, when you put the new oil filter on, it won't seal. It'll blow that rubber out, and then all your oil's going to come out, and you're going to be running a motor with no oil in it and burn it up. So make sure you guys do that. All right, let me see if I can get this on here without one, making a mess, and two, without dropping it in the oil pan. I mean in the drain pan. And you put that filter on hand tight, like so. Make sure. And I need to get a funnel. Let's see which one of these funnels fits. Does that fit? That fits right there. Maybe this will fit better. Nope, that's the one. Right there. So, let's get to putting our oil in. Drain plugs in, filters on. Oil goes in. And this motor, this valve cover's got a baffle just inside of that fill hole. So if you're not careful, it will back up and come out of the valve cover, or it will plug up your funnel. And in this car I'm running, it's a Valvoline VR1 for racing and classic cars. It's got the zinc additive already in it. It's a 2050 is what I run in this little car. So just so you guys know, I don't put a tremendous amount of miles on this little ride. The last oil change, since the last oil change, it's probably only got 1,500, maybe 2,000 miles on it. But, and I hate to say this, but it's probably been 2 or 3 years since I changed the oil on this thing. And over time, no matter what, the oil's going to break down. And so I should have changed this oil a long time ago, but I didn't, because I'm lazy, I guess. A lot of things going on. So, but before I take this little ride down to Cruis'n the Coast, and we cruise and put 1,000 miles on it on the coast for a week, I want to make sure I got the oil changed in it. So that's why I wanted to do this. And I don't know if you've never been to Cruis'n the Coast, if you like classic cars, it is one of the, I think they've rated it the best car show, classic car show in the nation. I think the last 3 years, don't quote me on it, somebody will correct me, I'm sure, but I know the last 2 years it got voted the best car show in the nation. As far as I know, it's the biggest car show in the nation. There'll be, last year they broke a record, a little over 10,000 registered vehicles. And for those of you who have never been, they will have, I would say, at a minimum of another 3,000 classic cars not registered, and then probably another 3,000 of the newer rides that cruise the coast during that week. You know, your new Corvettes, your new Camaros, your new Mustangs, your new Challengers, your new Chargers, they'll be down there cruising also. Sometimes there's a little bit of stupidity. If you're in Biloxi, watch out for the Biloxi police. They are out in force that week, and if you commit any kind of infraction, they're going to hook you up on it. So just remember that if you go down there. I have friends that have gotten several citations for doing burnouts or driving too fast or trying to drag race a little bit or whatever. So you got to kind of be careful down there. Me personally, we don't like to go to the Biloxi side because it is so crowded. Traffic gets so bad. The city of Biloxi, the council, the mayor, whoever, they got together, decided that they would put up cones through Biloxi, one-lane traffic. So it could take you 3 hours to get from the casinos to the mall. I've been there, I've done that. So Wednesday night they put those cones out. So after Wednesday, Me and all my buddies, we do not go to Biloxi anymore. We do not go east. We stay on the west side. We stay from Cruise Central at Centennial Plaza to Bay St. Louis. And I personally like the Bay St. Louis area probably the best. We enjoy the restaurants down there. We enjoy the Dak Shack. Is a wonderful place. If you like daiquiris, go to the Dak Shack and get you a daiquiri. They are terrific. We like the Blind Tiger down there in Bay St. Louis. And there's a couple other restaurants down there. Also in Bay St. Louis, there's a cool little hole-in-the-wall pizza place, and I wish I could remember the name of it right now. But they do great pizzas. And y'all might have passed by it and not known it was there. There's a little ice cream place on the street side, and behind it is the pizza place. So when you're exiting out of Bay St. Louis, out of the event, you'll probably drive right by that little ice cream place and not know. I did for years, not knowing the little pizza place was behind it. And like I said, I wish I could remember what the name of that pizza place was, because it's fantastic pizza. So if you get a chance to stop by there and get a good piece of pizza, or get a good pizza in general. So, all right, let me check and see about make sure it's got all levels going to be okay. Yep. Let me crank it and make sure it's not leaking everywhere for any reason. So let's stand by. Let's see about that. Good oil pressure. I don't see any leaks. Get this thing off the jack stand, let her back down. Okay, well, that takes care of that oil change real quick. Now I'm gonna move on to the back and see about getting the fluid in the power lift for the convertible top filled up. All right, if you don't know about power tops, and I don't know a tremendous amount, but in most of them that I've seen, I've had a couple of convertibles, and if you look in the trunk, there's the motor. So what I got to do is the feel side, the feel thing is on, I don't know if you can see it or not, on the back side of that motor. So I gotta pull that little plug that's back there. It's got a little rubber plug, and try and figure out a way to get something to squeeze some fluid into it and fill it up. So let me go see what I got, and we'll see if we can get that filled up. All right, what I did, I got me one of them little squirt bottle things for like barbecue sauce and stuff. Put some fluid in it. I'm gonna try and reach that like this, if I can. And then check the roof after that. I can get this little rubber stopper out. Well, I don't know if I can get the rubber stopper out. Keep coming. There it is. A little rubber stopper. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if I can make this work or not. I think it's working. Getting some in it. All right, I was able, it took most of it, I was able to bend the tip of that like that, just a little bit, enough to get it into the pump. So now I'm going to see how it works. Turn this light off. Let's see how it's going to work. So Stand by. There we go. All right, that works. Before, it wouldn't lift the top up by itself. I had to help it up a little bit. So that's where we're at on that. So I guess the next thing we're going to do, when I built this rear seat delete section to mount my speakers, I got these speakers hooked up, but I didn't get these speakers hooked up. The wires are in there, so I'm gonna set up and pull them and hook them up, and I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do that off camera because I'm gonna turn the music on, and with YouTube I can't play the music, so I'm gonna do that real quick and get that knocked out. So y'all stand by just a second. Okay, well, I got my speakers hooked up. I got that little spot of red that was under there painted up. The power motor for the top is full, oil changed. I'll check the tire pressure, and then right before we leave I'll wash her up and get her cleaned up. So she's ready to go. I think she's pretty. We love the car. We will be at Cruis'n the Coast. So if you watch the channel, you see me, holler at me. I don't mind talking to anybody. My wife says I talk too damn much. So, but yeah, give me a holler. Tell me what you think about my videos. Fine with me, if I can make them better. So that's gonna be it for this video. Don't look down on others. Don't look down on yourself. Always keep your head up. Hey, get out there and work on them old cars. Save part of history. So until next time, bye.